Right, welcome to the second episode of VGC T&E, where I will hopefully be showcasing Mega-Garchomp this time. Last time I used this team in the previous episode, I didn't actually bring him. I still won, but I didn't actually get to use him, which was a bit of a disappointment. So instead of sitting around and talking, I'm just going to go and look for a battle. Oh, this is actually looking pretty good. So Azumarill is obviously a threat to Mega-Garchomp because of Play Rough. But Aegislash can be taken down by Earthquake. Salamence can be Dragon Clawed, although if that is Scarfed, I'm going to have to watch out. With Tailwind up, I should outspeed it, but if it is Scarfed and my Tailwind's gone, it can proceed to Draco Meteor or Dragon Claw me into oblivion if it's one of the less common physical sets. Don't know what that Garchomp is. I really doubt it's a Mega, though. Honestly, looking at this team, I'm calling Mega Kangaskhan. Although Mega Gardevoir is a possibility, and I really kind of doubt that that's Mega. Nobody runs Mega Garchomp, and that's exactly why I'm running him. So anyhow, let's lead off with Talonflame Smeargle because they're an awesome start combo. Then Garchomp because I'm going to try to showcase him, and this team is more adaptable or easier to work with, I suppose, than the first team I faced. And what are my threats? Well, Machamp can deal with basically all of them because he hits the fairies super effectively with that poison jab of his. So yeah, I guess that's how I'm going to start. This looks good, actually. It looks really good. There's a lot of potential for my team against them. Starts right off with Salamence and Garchomp. Well, somebody's doing an aggressive start. Yeah, definitely. You know, I bet you anything that Garchomp's going to go and use Rock Slide. And Salamence is going to target Smeargle. So much of the time it just seems that Talonflame is being used as a suicide lead, which I'm not the biggest fan of, but I mean, you know, sometimes it just has to be done. So I'm going to protect and use, yeah, you see. Tailwind's up, Rock Slide happens just like I thought. Talonflame dodges it, which is pretty epic. So now I guess I'm just going to go and what do I want more damage on? I'm going to Brave Bird the Salamence, right? Am I going to Brave Bird the Salamence? I'm going to Brave Bird the Salamence before I Spore the Garchomp. It does a decent amount of damage. I mean, especially considering that I have Intimidate up on me. So he goes, gets the Dragon Pulse, does a pretty nice amount of damage. Okay, so I'm now going to proceed to Brave Bird the Garchomp just to get some damage, especially if he switches out. If he switches out, that'd be great. Before I go and Spore the Salamence. I outspeed him because of, oh, that's Rocky Helmet, Rough Skin. And Garchomp wakes up. Wow. First turn, wake Garchomp OP. But it's okay. I've got my Garchomp and I've got my Machamp. And my Tailwind is still up for another turn, so I'm going to Mega Evolve Dragon Claw Garchomp. Goodbye, Garchomp. Before I go for the Stone Edge on Salamence. Both of them, goodbye. A beautiful call for him, so that's immune. And Salamence goes down. It's a critical hit, but let's be honest, that didn't matter. And my Tailwind's gone, so that is a little bit of an issue because Gardevoir probably now outspeeds me. I can hit it super effectively with my Iron Head, but that's not necessarily the best thing for me. He goes back out into his Garchomp. That's wonderful. Okay, so what do I want to do? I really do not want to take anything from that Gardevoir because Fairy-type hits me super effectively. In fact, I'm almost certain we're looking at a Dazzling Gleam unless it doesn't carry Dazzling Gleam because it's a Mega and it uses like Hyper Voice in some other set. But odds are it carries Dazzling Gleam, which is what it's going to use, so it's going to hit Garchomp and Machamp super effectively, which is, needless to say, bad. That Garchomp now outspeeds me, which is once again needless to say bad. So I guess I'm just going to protect. Really hope I outspeed it, and really hope for the Oko. So let's see what happens. Earthquake, okay. Not surprising. I get the Poison Jab, and I get the Oko. Beautiful. That actually worked out really well. Oh, and Kangaskhan. Okay, Kangaskhan is obviously going to fake out my Garchomp. I'd be kind of amazed if it didn't. I suppose it might not, but it probably will. So I'm going to go for the Dragon Claw on Garchomp. Hopefully it hits. Probably it won't. But then I'm going to Dynamic Punch Kangaskhan. So if you... Oh, nice. Nice. Gets the Earthquake, does some damage. Machamp is now low, 2% HP. And his Garchomp is down, though. His Garchomp is down. That is the power of Mega-Garchomp. You do not want to face that power. You do not want to face that power. And he knows I have Dynamic Punch. He has to target Machamp. But he is in a bit of a bad position just because, I mean, that power, Mega-Garchomp's power. You can't laugh at that. So he should attack Machamp. I want to get a free turn. I'm going to protect. Well, let's see. Does he out-predict me? He goes for the Sucker Punch, which fails, which means I get free damage. Woohoo! Now, this turn, it's time for the all-offensive Dragon Claw and Dynamic Punch. There really should be nothing he can do to stop this. He is taking a hit from Garchomp. It's a 2-hit KO. If he targets Machamp, Machamp goes down, and I get my Dragon Claw off. Sorry, Mega Kangaskhan, but Mega Garchomp, you can't stop that power. Can't stop that power. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to get a Sandstorm up, so you didn't get to see Sand Force Tailwind to Mega Garchomp. Yeah, I've done that before. Just think about it. It's honestly terrifying. But yeah, Mega Garchomp, sole survivor. Alright, so next video I'm going to be bringing you a new team. I'm considering a couple different things. Arena Trap Doug Trio being one of them, and a couple other ones. I'm considering experimenting with a Wobbuffet. If any of the 5 people who viewed the last video or whatever, if any of the viewers, my wide audience, wish to leave a comment stating what they'd like in the next video, well, I'll certainly take that into consideration, and I'll see you tomorrow.